from around the world. Thank you for tuning in to the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinar about the smart cities, PCB, electronics, and ICT industries in Taiwan. Studies predict that 70% of the world's population will live in cities by 2050. More than 1,000 of the world's cities have announced smart city programs to address problems arising from rapid urbanization and the urgent need for environmental sustainability. Taiwan, with its ICT hardware market share ranked #1 in the world and over 80% of ICT service penetration rate, is well positioned to become a leading country in the world's smart city movement. In today's webinar, renowned speakers and industrial analysts will report on the latest trends of the smart cities, PCB, electronics, and ICT industries, and how innovations in these sectors are driving the smart city movement across the world. Moreover, speakers representing the upcoming smart city, ICT, PCB, and electronics trade shows in Taiwan will also join us to provide the latest updates on Taiwan's world-leading trade fairs. First, Cynthia Kiang, Director General of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs Taiwan, will deliver her welcoming remarks to kickstart today's virtual seminar.
Hello everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Bureau of Foreign Trade, Ministry of Economic Affairs to the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinars. Because of this year's COVID-19, the movement of people from around the world has been restricted. This has significantly impacted the economy and the global MICE industry. Physical events have been either canceled or postponed. Consequently, facing uncertain future prospects, most businesses have adopted new business models, sped up the development of digital marketing, and held online events to create new business opportunities. During this webinar, we will share with you Taiwan's important industries to provide you with a better understanding of their potential and advantages. These include machinery, information and communication technologies, screws and fasteners, auto parts, green energy technology, food, and smart agriculture. We will also recommend to you some of Taiwan's renowned international exhibitions related to these industries. Welcome to participate and receive additional business opportunities. Information and communication technology is the core of promoting global industrial development and a key driving force of Taiwan's industrial progress. Taiwan's semiconductor and 5G industries have occupied a dominant position in the global market. Cross-industry cooperation not only fosters industrial upgrading, but also allows us to vie for business opportunities during global digital transformation. Taiwan is equipped with excellent industries and skilled talent. Facing the challenges posed by the pandemic, the government gathered information and communication technologies from the private sectors. Big data and advanced technologies also played an essential role in epidemic prevention. For example, the development of a mask map, the added function of checking travel history with health insurance cards within 24 hours, and the implementation of a real-name mask rationing system within 72 hours. Such outstanding achievements have received worldwide recognition. In the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinar series, we will invite industry experts to share with you regarding Taiwan's industrial characteristics, the newest industrial information, and potential future trends, and also introduce Taiwan's most renowned international exhibitions. In the post-pandemic era, We welcome you to visit Taiwan, attend our highly recommended exhibitions, and discover future business opportunities. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much.
In the face of the fast-changing tech environment nowadays, Taiwan's ICT hardware industry continues to play a key role in the world's technology ecosystem, thanks to its high level of digitization. Today, Taiwan is ranked #1 in global ICT market share for more than 10 products, such as laptops and smartphones, and is the major procurement center for global ICT buyers. The first speaker of this webinar, Zhenghua Liu, Director General of the Industrial Development Bureau, Ministry of Economic Affairs Taiwan, will give a presentation on the development and prospect of the ICT industry in Taiwan.
Today I will make a presentation about the information and communication technology industry development in Taiwan. I'm Zhenghua Liu from Industry Development Bureau under Ministry of Economic Affairs. This is my resume for your reference. Today we have 3 topics. First one is Taiwan is leading, the other is Taiwan is helping, and the third one is Taiwan is ready. For Taiwan at a glance, Taiwan have a land area for 1,193 kilometers square, and we have for the population for 23.57 million people live in this area. And Taiwan is known for the major procurement center for global ICT companies and buyers. And we are ranked #1 in worldwide major ICT product market share product. Taiwan have a competitive advantage in ICT. Taiwan's ICT hardware leads the global industry supply chain and has abundant research and development, design, and system integration capabilities, providing a solid foundation for developing various smart applications. So we have in the left side, we have ICT hardware marketing share ranking world #1, like notebook, tablet, and the LCD monitor. In the right side, we have ICT service penetration rate and the internet usage rate over 80%. In Taiwan, we have a solid infrastructure. Since Taiwan has completed ICT infrastructure, citizens have high technology literacy and strong digital competitiveness, making it an excellent place for developing ICT industry. For IMD World Digital Competitiveness Ranking 2019, we are #1 for the mobile broadband user. We are #2 for Taiwan average R&D personnel. For 2019 WEF Global Competitiveness Report, we are #4 worldwide for the ecosystem innovation capability. For the ITU Global IDI ranking, we are #9 for all worldwide ICT literacy index. Taiwan is helping. Since we have completed ICT supply chain in Taiwan, we had the TSMC foundry in semiconductor. We also have the IC design for MediaTek and the IC packaging and the testing for SE. And we make this component for PCB board that Unimicron and Odin, like this company. And we use this component to do the ICT products. We have Quanta, we have Wistron, we have Foxconn, especially for the Apple cellular phone manufacturer. And also we have brand and the service we call Acer, Asus, HTC. And also we have operator like Chunghwa Telecom, the Far Eastern, and the others. For collaboration with the global supply chain, since we have a good semiconductor advantage, we have TSMC foundry for 12 nanometer, 7 nanometer, 5 nanometer, and the 3 nanometer planning for the future. We do the 3D IC and the SIP here in Taiwan. The semiconductor industry that has powered Taiwan's success in the past 30 years can be used as a cornerstone to push the cooperation with the worldwide supply chain. And our focus area will be emerging technologies such as AI and IoT and application built around them. So we have IT, OEM, ODM company like Quanta, Foxconn, Instron, and the communication technology OEM, ODM, we call this Gemtech or Alpha. And we do the IC device, computer, and the industry for emerging innovative like autonomous semiconductor or IoT platform. We are best partner for global service, since for Taiwan's enable partnering by building a better and a safer global service environment. For example, other than being the suppliers of ICT infrastructure and the equipment, Taiwan can facilitate data center deployment around the world by offering IT service-centric cloud service platform solutions. Taking data security and the global data center deployment into consideration, they can further enable the service of our partners as well as secure more opportunity in intelligence application. So recently, many countries they discussion about supply chain resilience. Taiwan is your first choice. Third one is Taiwan is ready. Since Taiwan provides integrated system solution, so Taiwan can enable the world. For example, Taiwan has the electronic toll collection, the world's largest electronic toll road network. We have 932 kilometers provide this ETC. And we are first country to implement the electronic payment system on freeway with 160 million traffic data per day. We call this is smart transportation. And also we provide ICT to the manufacturer side. We call it smart manufacturing. This is Industry 4.0. Use ICT and the manufacturer make manufacturing system more efficiency and more correctly, and also can predict the failure for the machine. The third one is that smart healthcare. Since Taiwan here, we have good healthcare system, and we have doctors, they use the ICT technology to help them to analyze the disease and also have a good treatment for the patient. And the third one is we use the smart education. For the education system for the senior high school, for the university, and especially in COVID-19, during this time period, they are working from home and study from home. This kind of smart education help not only for the senior high school, but also the elementary school students, they can study in the home. And also we provide ICT to the agriculture. We call this a smart agriculture that uses drone to help the farmer to do their job. And also we have a smart governance. And we call this system that is a smart city and a smart nation. And that Taiwan can enable and help the world and help our friends over the world. So for embracing new technology with innovation, Taiwan is open to the world. We encourage various field tests for new possibility of the emerging technology like 5G, AI, AR, and VR. We provide this technology to the show that performing in the different stage, and also 360-degree experience in the show. And also they can provide 5G and the AR VR for the sport game we call the smart sport that can do the 3D real-time replay or some do the VR opening show for the sport or for the game. And I just mentioned before that smart manufacturer, they use 5G, AI, and AOI for quality control and some of the efficiency improvement for the manufacturer site. So we are looking forward to the collaboration for our friends all over the world. We want to have a collaboration for further smart innovation with our friends, and we can share the experience in ICT development for the co-creation, and also we provide ICT partnership opportunities for this kind we call co-prosperity, that we can do that with our friend and we can help our friend to do more efficient for their smart city solution in their cities. And Taiwan is your first choice with Taiwan and together with you. Thank you for your listen. Thank you very much.
Studies show that smart city markets are expected to reach 1.57 trillion in 2020, as 1,000+ cities are actively promoting smart city programs worldwide. Taiwan's strength in IT and digital technologies, as well as in managing its densely urbanized landscape, give it a sound basis for success in promoting smart cities. Our next speakers will be Peter Lai and Jason Yang, who are the sector head and sector manager at Advantech. They will share with us their thoughts on empowering tomorrow's new cities of Internet of Things.
Hi everyone, this is Peter representing Advantech today. So along with my colleague Jason, today we have been very pleased to be invited by Taitra to speak about how we Advantech can be part of the smart city process. So here you can see our subject today is about empowering a new city of Internet of Things. So don't be afraid, there might be a lot of technology terms later. I think me and Jason, we will help you make sure you understand every terms before we deep dive the smart city. So before we start, we would like to tell you about what is the start of the smart city, right? So basically you can see here, smarter planet. If we go back to the 2008, that time, when we were heavily impacted by the global economic crisis, IBM has come out with the idea of smarter planet by telling the people we need to outline our planet with intelligent technologies by smart devices and also sensors. So that's why we started the journey of smart city. So nowadays you can see from the United States to the UK, Japan, and Taiwan, all the countries in the world are trying to promote smart city. And also including the India Prime Minister Modi this day, he has promoted smart city very actively in India. So basically when we are talking about a smart city, what is the key difference between the smart city and traditional city? I think the key reasons lies in 3 factors. First, we talk about the efficiency. Think about in the scenario in the past that when we are trying to borrow the money from one of our friends and trying to give them when we don't have money, we have to go to the banking ATM to withdraw the money, right? So basically you need to spend a lot of your personal time to go into the banking ATM. But nowadays with the help of the fintech, you just simply click on your mobile phone that you can transfer the money to your friends. That is the efficiency we are talking about. But also such efficiency is not only from the day-to-day scenario, it can also be realized in education, in your retailing business. The second thing is about the digitalization. We don't need to look into the past, but also look at the current time. We have been impacted that much by the COVID-19. So basically you or your kids, they are not able to go to the schools. In the past, they might stop at certain of their learning process. But nowadays, they're able to continue their learning studies through the digitally accessing to the schooling system to make sure they can continue their studies. And third thing, we are talking about the smart city can efficiently reduce hidden cost. Hidden cost can be the money, can be the time. For example, in traditional scenario, the factory owner, they might need to go to their sites to check which devices are not working by themselves, maybe a day and night. But nowadays, they can simply try to find the error from remote server. Then they don't need to spend their own time going to sites at day or night. So that is the hidden cost we are talking about. So last but not least, we are talking about how we Advantech or part of the Taiwan teams can help with you on realization of the smart city. I think for the past 30 to 40 years, we have had a lot of 30 to 40 years of the ICT technology experience. So basically, we have had a very comprehensive ecosystem. So from the edge devices to the data center server, the cloud, we can build out a very comprehensive ecosystem to help you realize your smart city. So after we understood the start of the smart city, now we look at how we realize the smart city. So definitely, I think smart city cannot be realized overnight. There are several key technologies we need to look at when we are talking about smart city. So basically here you can see there are three important technologies we think that's very important, essential when completing the smart city. First one is about the Internet of Things. Internet of Things is about connecting all the devices. When we look at the 10 years ago, people have a lot of legacy devices or have a lot of the traditional devices that may not able to get connected to the internet. But nowadays, people start to replace these legacy devices with smart one that's able to get the data from their end to the cloud, right? So basically, after getting this data, we need to rely on network, which is about transmitting this data to the cloud. So network, when we look at in the past, it might not be able to carry anything bigger than 1 terabyte. But now with the help of the 4G or 5G technologies, you can easily transpass this data collected from the edge devices to the cloud. And now last thing, we look at the cloud. Earlier, when you are living at the other end of the city, you may need to go to data center by yourself to collect the data from the data center. But now with the help of the cloud, you can access to the database anywhere in the globe. So these three technologies combined together, those are the key to realizing the smart city solutions. So after we understood the start of the smart city, the key of the smart city, now we look at what is the good thing, the value coming to you by the smart city. So there are three things, again, we are listing up here, but again, we want to mention that there are a lot to explore within the smart city. So because of the time limitation, we just want to mention the three important values brought to you by smart city. First one is about enhanced security for the citizens. Nowadays, government are trying to replace traditional cameras in the streets with an AI-based camera. So basically, these AI-based cameras, they can detect the drivers while they are driving, while they are the drunken driving, while they may do the jaywalkers. Basically, police can track these cases much more efficiently with the solution. So that is the enhanced security we are talking about, brought by the smart city solutions. And second thing, we talk about the water efficiency. A lot of people in the past, they might not have any idea about how much water they are consuming on daily basis, on monthly basis, or even on yearly basis. But nowadays, the smart water solution tells us what's our average water consumption. So imagine one day you receive your water bill, you found the amount has been surprisingly higher than earlier month. Then you may check with the water company to understand where might be the issue. So this is about the water efficiency. So you can look at your own personal habit to understand where you can try to save some water. So the third thing, smoother decision-making process. We talk about the IoT has been able to help us collect the data from these devices, from the people. So basically, government or the authorities concerned, they can make their decisions much more precisely because they have understood this is what majority of people want, right? So this is about the smoother decision-making process, we are benefiting from implementing smart city solutions. So after all these things, you might think about smart city has been quite general term for you. But actually, like we have just mentioned in the beginning, we have already seen a lot of smart city concepts being realized in our daily lives. So here we list some of the things you might already feel or see in our daily lives. Like first one, we talk about the smart grid, smart electricity, telling the people that when we install the smart electricity meters, we can much more efficiently track this electricity consumption than before. We talked about the water management earlier. We talked about the traffic analytics, that with the help of the AI-based cameras, we can find the criminals driving some of the cars. We can track down the number plate. We can track the people who are driving, talking. This is how we code the traffic analytics. We talk about the Industry 4.0, allowing the people, they can remotely understand what is their devices, how their devices at the edge site are working, so that they don't need to go to on-site to do the maintenance to reduce the hidden cost. We talk about the unmanned retail. These days, we have been impacted by the COVID-19. So a lot of retailing shops already implemented such unmanned retailing solution in their restaurant, in their places. So people, not like in the past, they need to talk or interact directly with the clerks. They can simply click on the kiosk to order what they want. So this is the unmanned retail we are talking. So moving on, when I hand over to Jason to deep dive in the smart city solution, we just want you to understand in this session what is about the smart city and what is the benefit that smart city can bring to us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Jason from Advantech. First of all, thanks Peter for giving us a clear picture of smart city and the connection between smart city and IoT technology. In the following session, I will present the smart city solution from Advantech and present two real application stories. Okay, so before we start, I would like to share one statistic from United Nations regarding the urbanization phenomenon. As you can see from the chart, in 1950, only 30% of the population in the world are living in the urban area. And this number is increased to 55% in year 2018. And by year 2050, this number is expected to increase to nearly 70%. If we look into the breakdown by region, you will see that actually US will be the region which has the highest population to live in the urban area. Above is the population ratio between urban area and rural area. So let me give you an exact number of the top 5 megacities in the world today. So you can see that Tokyo has 37 million people living in the city, and 29 million from New Delhi, 26 from Shanghai, and 22 million from both Sao Paulo and Mexico City. So what does this number stand for? Actually, more people moving to the city imply more challenge to the city. And this challenge can be either more traffic, air pollution, public safety, and so on. The city cannot adapt to this challenge without proper transformation. So actually, all the countries in the world today need to face this reality and start to work on the city transformation plan to deal with this trend. So how can Advantech help for this trend? Actually, Advantech is a global leader in IoT intelligent system and embedded computing platform. In the worldwide, we have nearly 8,000 employees, and we have more than 90 offices in 27 countries. Our company revenue last year was $1.76 billion. Our market cap this year is $5.55 billion. Our major service field including industrial IoT, industrial 4.0, embedded computing, and smart city. We are working closely with the worldwide system integrator and also ecosystem partners to enabling an intelligent planet. The smart city solution from Advantech can be categorized into 6 categories: retail, hospital, logistics, transportation, IEM, and the building. Let me give you some examples one by one. For retail, we are offering self-service kiosk and POS machine. For hospital, we are offering medical panel PC for critical care, surgical imaging, and also for the medical display and medical card. For the logistics, we are offering the cold chain management solution and also the fleet safety management solution. For the railway, for the transportation, we are offering the railway system, including the passenger information system and the CCTV surveillance system. For IEM, industrial equipment manufacturing, we are offering the several embedded computing systems. For smart building, we are offering the visitor thermal screening solution. This solution can help to detect the visitors who has the high temperature cannot enter the building. This solution is actually very popular to fight against the COVID-19 in today's world. So here is the first application story regarding our smart street lighting control solutions. When we first walk into the city, you will see a lot of buildings, roads, and street lights. In the past, the street lights can be single purpose only, which is to provide the light to the cities. However, as the technology evolves, nowadays the streetlights can offer a lot more than you expect today. Our smart street lighting solution, which consists is a cloud-based plug-and-play systems that can collect, analyze, transmit the information to help the city to monitor and respond to any circumstances. For example, like the traffic, like the wind speed, air quality, and noise, and to the crowds. This kind of device-to-cloud ready solutions can provide like the dashboard view for the administrators to easily know the city status, and also can provide the remote control to up to 100,000 smart meters at the same time. The system architecture of these smart street lighting solutions can be categorized into three parts: central management, edge intelligence, and for the field site. As you can see, for the field site, there will be several sensors like the temperature, humidity, air quality, camera, and the EV charger, and so on. With our Advantech UTX3117 gateway, it can easily to collect all the data from these edge devices to the central management platforms. Here's the screenshot for this smart lighting control systems. So as you can see, in the left side of this platform, you can see the several sensor status. And in the middle part of this slide, you can see the street light status. So you can see that some of them are on, some of them are off. And some of them, if there's any abnormal issues, basically the system will send the alert to the administrators. So the administrators can send the engineers to the field site to do the replacement or to do the repairment. Here is another application story regarding our smart meter solutions. This is an example regarding gas infrastructure and utilities. As you can see from the slide, there are massive amount of gas meters are deployed in the field site. In the past, it relies engineers to check the gas meter status one by one, and every day probably they can only check 50 to 100 gas meters, which is very time consuming and also not efficient at all. But with our smart meter solution, which consists of NB-IoT wireless module, local telecom SIM card, and also ARM per million device management platform, and WISE-PaaS application server, this kind of solution can easily allow the data transmission from the gas meter to the central management platform. And so the administrator can easily to monitor all the gas meter status and take the necessary decision whenever there's any issue happen. The system architecture can be divided into 4 segments: application enablement, device management, connection management, and also for the solution device. So for the solution device side, you can see this kind of solution not only can be used for the gas meter, but also for the power meter, water meter, street lighting, and also for the parking sensors. And it can leverage the local telecom operator to collect all the data to the central management cloud. And so the administrators can thereby use the dashboard view to check all the device status and take the necessary decisions in a more efficient and timely manner. At the top side is the screenshot for the ARM per million device management platform. As you can see the device ID, device information, device status, and all the log files. In the bottom side is the WISE-PaaS application server screenshot. You can see the client name for each meters and also for the meter ID, and also you can have the remote access control to each meters. This solution also offers a dashboard view in both regional view and also for the single device view. So at the top side is the regional view. So you can see that the gas meter will be deployed in different districts in New Taipei City. So you can see the location of each gas meter and also their status. And also you can see the trend in New Taipei City. For example, this month, what's the monthly usage for the gas meter? And you can use it to do like the ROI comparison and also to understand the energy input and output status. And at the bottom side will be the single device view. So for the single device view, you can see the device location and the history status of each gas meter. And also you can read the latest meter value, and also you can know the battery life status as well. So at the end of my presentation, I would like to summarize what we have talked about today. So we have talked about like what is the smart city and the key to the smart city, and also for the value of smart city. And following, we also talk about the Advantech Smart City solution and also 2 real application stories. We sincerely welcome all of you who are interested to make a smart city solution to visit Taiwan and to visit Advantech. That's all for my presentation today. Thank you for your time and your listening.
Taiwan's leading international trade shows in 2020 and 2021 will be held in both virtual and physical formats. On the hybrid trade platforms, participants will enjoy face-to-face trade show experience on the fairground, while at the same time visiting the virtual showcases, which go beyond the limitations of time and geographical boundaries. Next, primary trade show organizers in Taiwan will provide the latest updates on Taiwan's most important smart city, ICT, and electronics expos. Stay tuned to find out how they are combining offline and online trade events to connect buyers and exhibitors worldwide. First, Scully Wang from Taiwan External Trade Development Council, Taitra, will give us the latest updates on COMPUTEX.
First, let's take a look at our video to give you some idea. For decades, COMPUTEX has grown along Taiwan's ICT industry. COMPUTEX first started as a platform for ICT hardware. Today, the show has become more than that. It's where established brands and startups from around the world join together to share insights, build partnerships, search for the new business opportunities. Now, to give you a better understanding of what COMPUTEX is like, let's take a quick glance of the event. In 2019, COMPUTEX hosted more than 1,600 exhibitors. That was almost 10% growth in booth numbers from 2018, attracted more than 40,000 international visitors from more than 170 countries. And for the first time, a CEO keynote was incorporated in the International Press Conference, where AMD President and CEO Dr. Lisa Su addressed how the next generation of computing will drive innovation. Innovex, the executive exhibit for startup at COMPUTEX, has become one of the most important global startup platforms. Innovex 2019 hosted the record numbers of 467 startups from 25 countries. In 2020, to keep COMPUTEX connected with tech industry, Taitra launched a series of online services, like COMPUTEX Online Talks. The key executives from Intel, NVIDIA, Qualcomm, Supermicro, Data Electronics, and BenQ Business Solutions Airlines shared the latest tech trends on AI and 5G and discussed for the future technology, which attracted almost 1 million views around the world. Innovex Online Demo. Startups showcases their new products and technologies. COMPUTEX Virtual creates a technology sourcing opportunities. In 2021, Taitra will apply online merge offline model into COMPUTEX 2021 as well, to connect everyone in the tech industry. COMPUTEX 2021 will continue with the position of building global technology ecosystems, focusing on 7 main themes: 5G, AI, IoT, HPC, edge computing, innovations and startups, cybersecurity, and gaming. Various activities such as international press conference, CEO keynotes, B2B meeting forums will be held during COMPUTEX. Innovex 2021 will be organized on June 2nd to 4th at Taipei and will set the theme to help startups to find the right through the platform, including VCs, CVCS, and buyers from around the world. COMPUTEX 2021 will be held from June 1st to 5th, 2021 in Taipei and celebrating its 40th anniversary. We will keep showing people how technologies are positively impacting our life and society and what is the future of technology looks like. Thank you for all your time, and we hope to see you at COMPUTEX and Innovex 2021.
Next, Yi-Wei Chen, on behalf of Taitra, will introduce the Taipei International Electronics Show, the Taiwan International AIoT Show, and DATE, discover advanced trends in e-commerce.
Hi everyone, welcome to TTS channel. This is Abby. Hopefully all of you are doing well in difficult situation. Today I'm going to introduce you TAITRONICS, AIoT Taiwan, and DATE. These three professional trade shows are all held at the tiniest one in Taiwan from October 21st to 23rd in the end of this year. By focusing on AIoT applications, e-commerce, integrating hardware and software of the electronic industry, the exhibitions have become an important platform for electronic products, system integrators, and startups. This year, there will be 4 exhibition areas in TAITRONICS, which are electronic components and parts, cells, batteries and power supplies, meters and instruments, and industrial process and automation equipment, presenting the complete electronic industry chain. And AIoT Taiwan is divided into 5 exhibition areas, which are IoT devices and sensors, cloud and broadband communication, intelligent service, circular economy, and startups. Under the development of integrating online-offline channels of retail and e-commerce in recent years, DATE, the exclusive exhibit for e-commerce company, will exhibit at the same time. With the advantages of Taiwan's ICT industry, these shows capture related technologies and implement IoT solutions to realize smart application technology. For the exhibitor categories of the shows, we have IoT vertical application providers, electronics component vendor, importers and distributors, system integrators, and electronics manufacturing service. And the majority of international exhibitors are coming from these following countries. This year, TAITRONICS and AIoT Taiwan will be partnering with Laser and Photonics Taiwan, Opto Taiwan, and TPCA Show to integrate the biggest and complete international electronics manufacturing trade show. This combination not only presents a complete electronics manufacturing industry, but also provides a one-stop purchasing platform for new business opportunities in the 5G era. Additionally, during the show, we will also plan a few core events to connect with our target exhibitors and international buyers. This year, we will apply OMO, online merge offline model, into the shows by covering exhibitions, procurement meetings, online stores, live stream, webinar, and new products launch, industrial forums and seminars such as the Outlook of Electronics Industry Trends and IISC Forum will be hybrid events. Visitors can attend in person or watch live online. By combining online and offline service, international visitors and media can experience new exhibitions in the method of their choice during the pandemic. To give you a better understanding, here are key exhibitors as the 8 featured pavilions in 2020. Now let's check out the show introduction video to give you some ideas.
The Taipei International Electronics Show and Taiwan International AIoT Show bring together all sorts of electronics components and parts, industrial process and automation equipment, meters and instruments, as well as innovative AI and IoT applications meant for information security, energy storage, and medical testing. They make a powerful magnet to professional buyers from around the world. With advancing AIoT, innovating the tech future as the theme. In the spotlight this year were the local electronics industry's precision technologies and latest products. attesting to Taiwan's extraordinary capacity for technological innovation. There were also feature pavilions that highlight all manner of cross-sector applications and solutions.
这一次的展览主要就是呼应产业的趋势和发展，着重在5G的应用、互联网、AI 系统和应用服务。
All the companies' technological capabilities are very good, so I think it's very interesting.
For me, the show it's always interesting, and I see always new things. Always nice to come here, so I like the show.
Always committed to innovating technologies and applications and providing quality products and services, Taiwan's electronics industry has won the trust and support of international buyers.
The quality of the Taiwanese products compares to nobody. The manufacturing capabilities are fantastic. The service levels are also fantastic. But what is the differentiator is the quality of the products.
For the Taiwanese product, it is very much safe quality products with the better price, and we can rely on Taiwanese vendor.
During the exhibition period, a number of forums were held to invite experts and scholars to share their insights and talk about the latest market trends, with a view to helping industry members secure business opportunities. TAITRONICS and AIoT Taiwan make the best platform for local suppliers and international buyers to conduct technological exchanges and build solid business relationships.
这些研发法人可以透过这样的展览，跟国内国外的一些业者交流，那就会增加他们把技术移转推广出去的一个机会。
New solutions can be found here, new partners, new contacts, and to be competitive in the business, it's always good to come.
在这样的展览上面来讲，其实帮助蛮大的，可以拓展一些国际上面一些合作伙伴，或者是得到客户上面的一些回馈。
在这展览中发现到说，很多来自于像印度、新加坡，甚至于在泰国各地区的客户，当然台湾的更多。
TAITRONICS and AIoT Taiwan look forward to seeing you again in 2020.
After all, welcome everyone to join our professional trade shows or meet your new business partners. Hope to see you soon.
Next, Joanna Liang from Taitra will give us an overview of the upcoming Taipei International Automobile Electronics Show.
Hi, I'm Joanna from Taitra, the marketing manager of Taipei EMPA Series Show. Today, I will give you an introduction of the Taipei EMPA Series Show. The 2020 EMPA show will be held from October 21st to 24th at Nangang Exhibition Center, Hall 2, in Taipei, Taiwan. An estimated 100 exhibitors will showcase products across 130 exhibition booths. The 2020 EMPA 3-in-1 show will combine the most important aspects of the automotive industry into a single show, satisfying everyone's needs in the automotive aftermarket. Primary Taipei EMPA exhibits include car parts and accessories, electric vehicles and parts, and smart transportation products. AutoTronics Taipei include telematics and car electronic products and accessories. Motorcycle Taiwan will feature motorcycles, motorcycle parts, and cyclists accessories. Highlights of the 2020 EMPA show include electrification, automation, and intellectualization. Electric vehicle and peripherals and intelligent transportation system and solution have been integrated into the exhibit areas, giving EMPA the exhibits for the present and future of the automotive industry. The latest automotive industry trend, ACES, short for autonomous, connected, electric, and shared services, will also be on display at this year's EMPA. Exhibits such as ADAS, Internet of Vehicle, and autonomous vehicles will be shown at EMPA. Exhibitors such as Noodle, Fortune Electric, and Wiz will be some of our highlighted exhibitors. To combat the current travel restrictions, we will also hold a concurrent Taipei EMPA Digital Plus edition. providing overseas buyers the opportunity to interact with exhibitors, attend forums and product launch events, as well as participate in one-on-one procurement meetings virtually. Next, I will give you a sneak peek at the 2021 AMPA Series Show. The 2021 AMPA Series Show will be held from April 14 to 17 at Nangang Exhibition Center, Hall 1 and Hall 2 in Taipei, Taiwan. And highlights of 2021 AMPA Series shows will be, first, we'll integrate Motorcycle Taiwan into Taipei AMPA, which makes AMPA the only automobile and motorcycle parts and accessories show in the world, and will showcase more comprehensive products, making AMPA the top trading platform for automotive parts in Asia. Second, during quarantine time, reduced automobile usage has led to faster depreciation of auto parts. According to Research and Markets, the global automotive aftermarket expects a 4% growth, and Taiwan is the top car parts production nation in the world. Buyers from all over the world come here for car lights, bumpers, and many other aftermarket products. Taiwan's automotive parts make up 80% to 90% of the world's market, and for some, the quality of these replacement parts are even better than the originals. To cater to this transformation, we'll focus more on the aftermarket sector. Finally, with many countries on track to ban gasoline vehicles, electric vehicles will begin to take over the automotive market. And it's even more evident when the battery manufacturers based in South Korea, Japan, and China are now expanding to substantially increase capacity in the coming years. To cater to this trend, we'll emphasize more on the EV sector. So besides the virtual events mentioned earlier that we planned for 2020 AMPA Series Show, these events will also be planned for 2021 AMPA Series Show. And we will also introduce the first ever event for buyers to get a closer look at the exhibitors this year for 2021, which is the online tour. AMPA team and the filming crew will visit production plants, presenting a first-person perspective of everyday operations. The film will be played throughout AMPA's show, giving attendees the feel of being on the front line. So thank you for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you this October online, and hopefully in person next April.
The next video by Taipei Computer Association will introduce the Smart City Summit and Expo in Taipei, Asia's largest smart city exhibition, which has transformed into an online plus offline trade fair. SEMICON Taiwan is Taiwan's leading international trade fair for semiconductor technology. The following video is brought to you by SEMI, the leading global association of the semiconductor industry. The video will introduce SEMICON Taiwan's hybrid format that combines in-show experience and virtual showcases.
There's a time and a place, and baby, it is here and now.
The SEMICON Taiwan is the second largest show on the planet. You will see forums on all these initiatives at SEMICON Taiwan.
SEMI 透过这个平台，不管是凝聚研发的力量，促进合作，创造商机，为台湾半导体的制造、设备材料业者带来更多与外商策略合作的机会。
那通过 SEMICON 的这样的活动，让民众、让产业界同时能够落实循环经济，在我们 SEMI 的这个产业链当中的每一个厂商当中。
今年的做了一个这个化合物半导体的一个应用馆，让全世界各地的人都能够来这里，厂商跟这个客户大家群聚一堂，然后互相的交流，把一个技术整个推广出去。SEMICON 赞！
这是一个很不错的一个 partnership， 所以不管在 security standard 或者比如说我们在技术的推广上，其实有很大的注意。SEMICON 赞。
Semiconductors hold a very special place in the history of Taiwan's economic growth. For years, SEMI and TSIA have worked with us to strengthen Taiwan's semiconductor industry and cultivate talents for the next generation innovation.
Next, Mr. Hubert, Chairman and Managing Director of Messe Frankfurt New Era Business Media, will update us on Secutech, the leading security manufacturing show in Taiwan.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hubert, Managing Director of Messe Frankfurt New Era Business. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Secutech 2021. Since its debut in 1998, Secutech has become the largest regional technology and business platform for professionals in the security, mobility, building automation, and fire safety solutions. As the world's largest trade fair, congress, and event organizer, Messe Frankfurt Group organizes 155 trade fairs worldwide. These are the flagships. Demand for safety and security is fundamental and is growing globally. Through its 13 globally positioned trade fairs, conferences, and forums in Europe, Asia, and South America, Messe Frankfurt connects supply and demand internationally. Stepping into its 23rd edition, Secutech will be held from 21st to 23rd April 2021 at the Taipei Nangang Exhibition Center in Taiwan, hosting over 350 exhibitors and 24,000 visitors from around the world. The global COVID-19 has created surging demand for security solutions such as AI-based video surveillance, thermal imaging, and contactless access control under the new regulations and social distancing measures. In light of this, Secutech 2021 will present the market with everything from AI-based components, software to total security solutions, offering in-depth demonstrations of video surveillance, access control, biometrics, big data, and cybersecurity. Solutions for the 6 fastest growing vertical markets in the post-pandemic era. These will include safe city, smart building and living, smart transportation, smart logistics, smart factory and industrial safety, smart healthcare, and elderly care. Always in touch with technological trends, Secutech will also have 7 dedicated zones to showcase the very best in 5G, artificial intelligence, and IoT innovations. In addition to its many specialized zones and pavilions, Secutech 2021 will also return with its popular concurrent shows, mobility, smart building, fire safety, and info security to offer everyone a one-stop solution platform for their vertical markets of interest. In conclusion, there are 3 reasons why you should not miss Secutech 2021. First of all, Secutech is a hotspot for exploring security and safety technology and building business partnerships across Asia Pacific. Moreover, Secutech is the one and only business platform to meet government and enterprise level end users in Taiwan for business development. Most importantly, Secutech is a top destination for products and solution showcasing, business matching with major procurement representatives, media exposure, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter where you are, I wish you all the best. Stay strong. I hope to see you in April next year in Taipei. Thank you.
The next presentation by Yi-Wei, on behalf of Haoji Company and Game Time International, will introduce the GTI Asia Taipei Expo 2021.
Hi everyone. Please let me introduce GTI Asia Taipei Expo. It was held for the first time in 1993, and after many years of promotion overseas, it has developed into the most representative, influential, and historic exhibition in Taiwan's gaming industry. More than 80% of the products at the Expo are made in Taiwan. And it was organized by Haoji Limited Company, Taiwan Amusement Machine Association, TAMA, and Taiwan Digital Entertainment Association, TDEA. This is the chairman of TAMA and Fei Luoli Electronic Limited Company, Cai Qiming. And this is the chairman of TDEA and the Baokai Electronic Enterprise Limited Company, Wei Mingshan. And on the first day of the exhibition, there will be an opening ceremony to kick off the exhibition. On the first night of the exhibition, there will be a dinner party. We will invite all the exhibitors and visitors to enjoy the party, so they will have more opportunities to know each other and communicate with each other. And people will have a lot of fun in the party. And for the products at the expo, there will be lottery machines, crane machines, basketball machines, gift machines, and so on. There are many different kinds of products. And there will be many innovative products at the expo. And every year we attract many people to come to the show. Also, there will be many foreign buyers to come to the show every year. We use many different ways to promote our expo. First, we attend many overseas expo to promote GTI Asia Taipei Expo. For example, G2E Macau Expo, IAAPA Expo around the world. For example, in Hong Kong, Macau, Philippines, Thailand, and so many other countries. We invite all the people in the expo to enjoy our show in Taipei. These are the photos we attend. Thank you for listening. Hope to see you in next year.
The next presentation by Ms. Celia Chong from Changchang International will introduce Touch Taiwan 2021 Display International and Laser and Photonics Taiwan.
Hello everyone, this is Celia from Jang-Hwa International. It's my pleasure to introduce Touch Taiwan. Touch Taiwan is co-organized by TDUA, originated by TTLA, TDMDA, and TIA. and Society for Information Display and Zhengzhou International. It was held in August every year and has become the most important event in the industry calendar. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we took the opportunity to conduct a comprehensive assessment of market conditions. We concluded that rescheduling the show to the first half of the year would be a better arrangement for the display industry and exhibitors, as they can make well preparation in an off-season to vie for more orders in the third quarter peak season. And therefore, we are delighted to announce Touch Taiwan is rescheduled to April 21st to 23rd in 2021, and will continue to be held in the first half of the year in the future. Taiwan's display industry scores annual production value of 1.4 trillion new Taiwan dollars and has a total of nearly 150,000 employees, while also spurring the development of related electronic equipment and materials, AI-based smart production, and smart machinery involving over 300,000 employees. Strong government supports with injection of substantial investment funds and cultivation of technical talents have spurred a robust development of the display industry in Taiwan, helping it to gain a solid presence in the global display market. Touch Taiwan focuses on new display and smart display application and combines multiple subjects to promote exchanges between upstream and downstream supply chains and launch innovative cross-industry cooperation models to better secure future business opportunities. In 2019, we attracted over 33,000 trade visitors, gathered many of the industry leaders and key buyers. Touch Taiwan has built great global presence as well. In 2019, we gathered high-profile exhibitors from over 10 countries, including Japan, China, South Korea, Germany, America, United Kingdom, France, Netherlands, Singapore, and Israel, attracting more than 2,000 overseas buyers from over 35 countries. Among them, top 3 nationalities are Japan, China, and South Korea. Concurrent campaign has been another big highlight of Touch Taiwan. Every year, we host partnering events such as Advanced Manufacturing Equipment and Supply Sourcing Fair, professional events like New Innovation Forum and Gold Panel Awards. We also organize buyers tour and social events, for example, VIP welcome party and golf tournament. Lastly and most importantly, concurrent conference as the spotlight of the French program. We aim to showcase the next generation of display technology. Taking 2019 as an example, there were International Micro LED Display Conference, Display Innovation Taiwan, Smart Manufacturing Forum, and Beyond Display Conference. Over 150 sessions conducted by 168 speakers with over 2,000 attendees. With the comprehensive list of exhibitors, we believe Touch Taiwan is the best platform for local suppliers and international buyers to interact and to build solid business relationships. This year, to combat the pandemic, we aim to turn the traditional exhibition into an OMO event. In other words, online virtual offline via 3 elements: Expo on-site, Expo online, and Expo on-air. Expo on-site refers to the physical exhibition. Expo Online, we have upgraded our official website to an online exhibition hall to provide international buyers a way to participate in our event remotely, as well as to allow our exhibitors to reach international buyers anytime and anywhere. Expo On Air, we have a series of pre-show live videos to promote all the new products and feature exhibitors before, during, and after the exhibition to maximize the show exposure. Should you have any questions or if you need any further information, please do not hesitate to contact us. Touch Taiwan, we look forward to seeing you online, on air, and on site next year, April 21st to 23rd in Taipei. Hello everyone, this is Celia from Zhengzhou International. It's my pleasure to introduce Laser and Photonics Taiwan. Since first held in 2013, Laser and Photonics Taiwan has become the largest and most important professional laser exhibition in Taiwan, and in fact, the only exhibition focusing on laser processing and applications. It's co-organized by Taiwan Laser Technology Application Association, the most important association in Taiwan laser industry, and the Zhangjiao International, the leading private-owned PEO in Taiwan with 35 years of experience in organizing large-scale trade events. In 2019, we had 168 exhibitors occupying 347 booths, with 25% of international exhibitors, attracting over 10,000 visitors with background of electronics, optical, machine tools, and automation equipment, semiconductor, and education academic units, etc. Together for networking and partnership building. Foreign visitors accounted for 8% of the total visitors from more than 20 different countries. Here are the top 10 nationalities of foreigner visitors, covering not only Asia, but also America and Europe. Feature pavilions has been one of the show highlights. In 2019, there were Science Park Pavilion, gathering the energy from several science parks. VCSEL Pavilion, starting in 2018, was the first pavilion featuring VCSEL supply chain and has drawn tremendous attention. And also Optics Pavilion, partnered with Taiwan Optics Association, and 5G Optical Communication Pavilion, partnered with Opto Taiwan. This year, with other 4 concurrent shows, TAITRONICS, AIoT Taiwan, Opto Taiwan, and TPCA show, we have combined as electronic manufacturing show, displaying the comprehensive technology and trend of the electronics industry. As for Laser and Photonics Taiwan, we remain focusing on laser processing and applications, aim to create a one-stop purchasing platform for the laser industry to fully present the industry chain, including VCSEL, automation and processing, laser source, metalworking, components, precision optics, laser application, and 3D printing. In addition to the exhibition, conference is also a key element to Laser and Photonics Taiwan. We hold laser technology and application in semiconductor process seminar, as well as the laser innovative product launch, to bring together all the new ideas and latest trends to boost information exchange and knowledge sharing. This year, to combat the pandemic, we aim to turn the traditional exhibition into an OMO event. In other words, online virtual offline via 3 elements: Expo on site, Expo on air, and Expo online. Expo on site refers to the physical exhibition, which luckily will happen as scheduled this year. Expo on air, we have a series of pre-show live videos to promote all the new products and feature exhibitors before and after the exhibition to maximize the show exposure. Expo Online, we have upgraded our official website to an online exhibition hall to provide international buyers a way to participate in our event remotely, as well as to allow our exhibitors to reach the international buyers anytime and anywhere. Should you have any questions or require any further information, please do not hesitate to contact us. Laser and Photonics Taiwan, we look forward to seeing you online, on air, and on site this year, October 21st to 23rd in Taipei.
Lastly, J.S. Chen, representing the Taiwan Printing Industry Association, will give us the latest updates on the Taipei International Graphic Arts Exhibition.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my pleasure to introduce my exhibition, TAITRONICS. I am the CEO of TAITRONICS. TAITRONICS is Taipei International Graphic Arts Exhibition. Since 1986, so it's the first exhibition is every 2 years. But until 1992, we have over 10,000 visitors. And we have more than 12 4-color and up machines. And plus 1 is made in Taiwan, 6-color machines. So it's a very powerful exhibition at that time. We have still continuous until year 2020. So I think this exhibition is contain all the exhibition items about the printing and packaging. But as you know, this prepress is very shrink by just CTP. But in Taiwan, we have very good production of the printing press and the post press about the die cutting and the folding machines. So I think it's very powerful of this exhibition where we show you. But this inkjet, as you know, this is a very booming items of this printing industry. I think it will be more than 200 inkjet presses and 20 this laser toner press will be exhibited. But last exhibition, we have a lot of this foreign visitors from Russia, Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Indonesia. So I think this exhibition is, you can see the most advanced this printing press or this inkjet press, digital presses, and other solutions and materials. I think this is a very good exhibition in the Far East. But I think this exhibition is not so big, but it's quite concentrated to the upgrade machinery and materials. So as you can see, a lot this famous brand is shown in this exhibition because like Komori and like the Heidelberg and K&B is will be all inside my exhibition, and the Epson or this other like Ricoh, Agfa, Screen, Kyocera is the first time we're visiting, will be invited to this exhibition. So I will show you at this left-hand side, this Artima, I think is biggest one, this screen printing press manufacturer in the world. And also SPS is very famous, made in Germany, but now they have made in Taiwan. It's very advanced functions and technology inside. And SBL is die cutting machine for very powerful and very good cost and efficiency effect. And also the box maker by SBL. But another one I think is you were interesting about the homemaking. This company is the first one in the world. They make the web to print. So at the digital age, since 1995, they start this kind of business. I think this business is very booming in Taiwan. It takes about 20% of the printing jobs by web to print. And also PTRI is a research institute of Taiwan. This is, I also be the chairman of this for 7 years. This is it's very wide this technology for every direction of the printing and image and also inkjet technologies. Even the ceramics decoration or this textile decorations. Thank you very much for your pay attention. TAIGAS 2020 will be held at 10th and 13th of December this year. So I think see you at this Taipei World Training Center. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you for tuning in to the Taiwan Business and Trade Show webinar about the smart cities, PCB, electronics, and ICT industries in Taiwan. For more information about the trade shows featured in this webinar, please click on the links in the video description down below. Please stay safe during the pandemic. Meanwhile, take advantage of Taitra's online webinars and trade platforms to stay connected with the industry.